As a matter of fact, if you are someone seeking for help or aid for your farm project and you do not have a budget, then you are not ready to be helped. Hello, farmers. I hope you are all doing well. Today, I want to share with you how to budget for your 2024 farm projects. Budgeting is very important because as a farmer, it helps you to determine the cost of the project you want to undertake and also be able to prioritize your expenses, and also gives you an overview into the return on your investment. So I will be sharing with you 10 steps to help you to make a good budget for your farm project in 2024. Number one, define your goals. Yes, define your goals. Having a goal is very important. So clearly outline your objectives for the farm, including production targets and financial goals. Why do you want to go into that kind of farming that you have chosen? Why do you want to start that farm project? And what production capacity are you looking at? And also, what are your financial goals? How much do you want to make out of it? And all that. You should be able to set a clear objective to guide you. Then, two, cost estimation. The second step, yes, is cost estimation. Calculate the cost involved in land acquisition, equipment, seeds, fertilizers, labor, and other essentials. You should be able to calculate these things. Ask questions. In the area where you want to um, do the project, find out how much it will cost you to acquire the land. Are you going to lease it? Um, are you going to purchase the land? And all these things, you have to take it into consideration. That you see the cost involved and the equipment that you'll be using. Some knapsack sprayers, some Wellington boot, cutlass. Um, if it is going to be an irrigation farm, the pumping machines, the hose, the sprinklers, all those things, you have to calculate the cost for them. Then the fertilizers you are going to use. How many fertilizers will you need for the production? Is it 1 bag per acre? Is it 2 bags per acre? How much is it going to cost you? Yes, and you have to look at all these things. What types of fertilizers are you going to need? You need to calculate those things. And then labor. How much is labor going to cost you? What is the labor going to be on a permanent or a casual base? You should determine all these things and be able to draw a conclusion as to which form of it will be beneficial to you and will help you to put up your projects uh, in a manner that will be cost effective. Then other essentials, other document them. You have to note them down. How much are these things going to cost you? Then the other thing is income projections. Estimate potential revenue based on market prices, expected yields, and sales projections. Yes, so you should have an estimate for your potential revenue. How much are you going to make out of all this uh, uh, farm? How much are you going to make out of it when all is said and done? You should be able to determine. You do an estimate of it. Let me just give you a snippet of it. So this is what you do. Let's say that it is costing you 3,000 Ghana cedis to set up a 1 acre okra farm, and then you are going to make about when the end of your production, your harvest, everything, when you make sales, you are getting about 7,000. Now, that to be able to determine how much you are making out of it, you basically subtract the 7,000 from the 3,000. You should be left with some 4,000. So this gives you a clear view that look, this, when you do it, this is how much you are going to get and all that. Many times people do not calculate the income projections. They only depend on hearsays. If you're a farmer who is um, um, success minded, then you shouldn't be depending on hearsays. You should have projections for your income. Then um, make an allocation for miscellaneous. Yeah, when we talk about miscellaneous, they are unforeseen expenses that may come up. Some may be due to market fluctuation, and other times too, it may be due to equally important um, issues that comes up in the course of your project. Then the fifth thing is financial tracking. Use budgeting tools or software to monitor expenses and income throughout the project. If you do not have any access to these budgeting tools and all that, or software, one thing you can do is to keep a proper record on your farm. Then the sixth thing is uh, prioritize spending. Identify critical expenditures and prioritize them, ensuring essential needs are met before considering optional investments. So all that it means is first things first. Then the seventh point is government programs. Explore available agriculture grants or subsidies that can support your farm project financially. Yes, you should explore that. Don't just sit somewhere and conclude that there is no help. There are a lot of helps um, for agri um, projects or and agripreneurs out there, but you have to go and look out for them. Visit your assembly, ask questions, meet with the agri directors, ask questions from um, the TOs, ask questions um, from the ministry and all that. Seek for help. Yes. Then eight is risk management. Consider insurance options to mitigate potential losses due to weather, pests, or other unforeseen events. Most farmers do not even know about insurance for their farms, and natural disasters are somehow minimal. So most people do not really consider the option of um, insurance, and most farms too are not registered with the registrar general department, so it becomes difficult for people to get some of those things. But look, if you really want to um, um, if you really want to position your project as a business hub that will be open to investors, then you should consider some of these things. Getting an insurance for your farm, so that should any potential loss or anything happen, you would have a backup. Then that reminds brothers, or should I say a family that lost about 60,000 birds to poultry birds to flu, and because they did not insure their farm, they couldn't get any backup from anywhere, and then they went down so drastically that they are out of business at the time I'm making this video. So as farmers, we need to guide against those things and look at the bigger picture. Then sustainability practices. Integrate sustainable farming practices that might reduce long-term costs and appeal to environmental conscious consumers. The 10th point is regular review. Periodically review your budget and adjust it as needed based on actual performance and changing market conditions. See, don't just prepare one time budget and throw it somewhere. No, review it with time and see what has to be included, what has to be taken out, so that you can make maximum profit. As a matter of fact, if you are someone seeking for help or aid for your farm project and you do not have a budget, then you are not ready to be helped.